Yo, what's good? Tim Desert Storm Bradley. You already know who it is. Boxing Hall of Famer. Hey, yo, I just got done studying Kenneth Sims Jr. and Oscar Duarte, man. That's going to be a real good scrap, man. To be honest with you, that's anybody's scrap. That's anybody's fight for the taking. It's going to be about execution. We typically know what Duarte's going to bring to the table. He's going to bring that pressure, exploding with that volume. If the fight is fought on the inside, Oscar Duarte is going to cruise to victory. Sam's got to use his footwork, got to use his skills, got to use his boxing ability. He has that ability. He can switch from southpaw to orthodox back to southpaw. In some instances, I don't like the way he switches right directly in front of his opposition. He can get caught because Duarte is a sneaky fighter. He explodes forward, got a quick first step coming forward with behind his combinations. And he throws awkward combinations as well. Not repetitive, not the same thing over and over. Like he'll throw combinations that's needed for that particular sequence. So Sam's where he's switching and trying to get out of the way and move on angles and stuff like that. Duarte's gonna be punching. He might even double up on shots with one hand, double right hands. End up in the southpaw position, forward shift, throw a left hook, then back to a jab, right hands, and so Sam's got to be cautious, man. He got to be cautious. Pick a stance and be in a solid position. Once you start moving and trying to get elusive, Duarte's gonna keep punching at you, man. Especially when you like to stand, or when the Sims like to stand at mid range to inside. I'm noticing that Sims is kind of transitioned and changed his style into more of a boxer puncher. No, although he's not a big puncher, a lot of times you got to be able to mix things up, especially when you're not a big puncher, tactically and also skillfully as well on the inside. Because in order to be able to stop pressure, sometimes you got to fight pressure with pressure, force with force. Sometimes you got to match that output to be able to get respect inside that ring and not allowing the pressure fighter to kind of dictate the terms inside the ring, man. And once you get a guy like Duarte, once he gets loose and he starts running downhill, and feeling confident, man, it's really hard to really slow him down. Duarte has that style, similar like a Brandon Rios, man, that just he can, he starts hitting you, starts placing shots on you, and for some apparent reason, your legs just stop working. It's not necessarily a body attack. It's just almost like the punches are so heavy, you got to sit and plant and brace yourself for the impact for those shots. And, if Sam stands there, man, and he don't box, he don't use his legs and go back to, what he used to do in amateurs. That's what he needs to do. He's going to have to outbox Duarte. He can make it easy for himself or make it rough for himself. Sims by far has the better skills. Duarte, I believe, had the better motor. He's a better combination puncher. Sims, hey, Bronny, come on, man. My boy, Bronny. And I got a little Bron right here. Excuse me. LeBron. Kobe, my bad. Anyways, yeah, so it's going to be a good fight, man. It's going to be about where the fight's going to be fought as far as the distance goes. If more on the inside, although Sims do have skills on the inside, you got the powerhouse Duarte. That's where he's gonna excel in that department. Sims, he got a little inside game. Goes well, drops down to the body well, but Duarte leans forward, and he tucks his elbows in. He's real tight with his defense on the inside. It's really hard to really attack that body. He's up for the uppercut. You can lift him up for the uppercut, but you got to worry about the hooks coming around. And if Sims doesn't time it perfectly, man, he can get caught with those hooks because, again, Duarte explodes with his offense, man, and he puts them in combination form. So it's really hard to really anticipate, when combinations are coming at you, man. One shot is easy, but, maybe a slip roll under the first shot and then change the angle. That'll help Sims. But, man, this is going to be a tough fight, man. A tough fight for both guys. If Sims, because I was looking at Madueno and Duarte, and I was looking at Madueno and how Madueno was, moving and using his legs, but he was also punching in combinations as well. And Duarte was just right there, remaining calm, patient, just waiting for his opportunity to pounce. Duarte is one of those fighters that look for opportunities. When you start to get lazy, he'll start pouring it on. When you start to look for rest, rest periods, little seconds, he'll rush and he'll attack you, man. When you least expect it. So, Sims got to be ready for all of that. He got to be ready for those quick explosions forward. He got to be ready for those sneak attacks where, he's trying to get out and he's feeling comfortable, that he feels like, oh, I'm out at range. I'm not going to get hit. And then next thing you know, Duarte throws a 10-punch combination at him. And, he wasn't ready. He might avoid the one, but the two's coming, three. Now he's out of position. He's compromised. And, he's fighting to get himself back into a solid position, defensively, man. And so Duarte got heavy hands too, man. Damn good fight, man. This is a style clash that makes for damn like a really good fight, competitive fight, back and forth action between both men. This is a fight that Sims can definitely win. It won't be easy. It's never easy when you have a pressure guy that will apply pressure like Duarte, man. It is never easy. And if you don't have the punching power to keep him off, he's gonna get inside. That's for damn sure. Or you got to be boxing like moving around the ring like hell, and getting your distance and just staying outside and get on that bike and moving and dancing and getting the hell out of the way. You can win that fight. You can win the fight that way, Sims, but it's not going to be appealing to the fans and anybody at home that's going to be watching. So, it's important for you to mix it up. It is, but choose your spots wisely, man. But a damn good fight, man. I'm looking forward to it. Man, shit. This is a tough pick, honestly. This is a really tough pick for me. Based upon, I know Sims likes to rumble, man, but that scares me. If he can take Duarte's punch, I think he can. I think he can do something. I think he can. So he can definitely win the fight. But it all depends on, again, if he can take that punch from Duarte, because little by little, man, he starts stomping, right? And it feels a certain way, but man, as the fight continues and goes on, man, that thump starts to become harder and harder and harder, man, because you start to break down. He starts to soften you up. He starts hitting you in the same spot over and over and over, man. And, so durability of Sims is going to be important. Being his ability to be able to take a punch is going to be really important. His stamina is going to have to be on point. Best shape of his life, best shape of his career. Because Duarte, man, has experience, has suffered defeat right along with him, but has grown from this, man. Sims has grown too, but a little differently, man. He started to become a more fan-friendly fight. Well, damn it, Sims, box. You want to get it done? Box. Fight less. Box. Fight less. Box. Fight less if you're going to get it done. But if you stand there and fight against Duarte, you playing in the hands of his game. And again, he got punching power that can hurt you and sting you. And so, but anyways, damn good fight, man. I gotta pick one. I gotta pick one. Man, damn, this is a tough pick for me, man. It really is. I could see both these guys winning, man. I can. Damn. Man. I'm gonna have to go Sims. It's not because he's black. It's not because of that. It's because I feel that he can do a little bit more. All you need is one thing, right? One thing that you're really good at, and you can beat the opposition or your fighter. You can beat him at that. It's gonna be about range. It's gonna be about distance, like control. That's what's gonna be about, control. And I just feel like Sims has the knowledge, man, and the boxing skills to be able to figure out a fighter like Duarte. You got to keep Duarte off balance, and I think he will, and he knows that. And just based upon what he feels inside that ring, he's going to have to be whatever he needs to be, and I think he has the skill set to do that. But anyways, man, I'm going Sims. I'm picking him. Split decision win, boxing ability, using his legs. He gonna have some clean rounds. He wins early rounds. He gonna win. There's gonna be some clean rounds for Duarte as well, where he applies that pressure, and Sims stand there and take a lot of punishment, on his arms. I mean, even upside his head and body, man. But I think Sims can get it done, man. I think he's talented, and this is an opportunity for him to really showcase his skills, man. Because his career hasn't been flashy, nor has it been glamorous at all, man. This kid has had to work his butt off to get any type of exposure, man. Uh, you know, throughout his entire career. So this is a guy that ain't have a silver spoon in his mouth whatsoever. Not saying that Duarte had a silver spoon in his mouth. He worked his way up to the top too. But this is the breakout moment, I believe, for Sims at 140 pounds. I think he's a guy that many people don't talk about. He's skillful. Just need an opportunity to prove that he's a levels above his competition, and this is that opportunity. I think he's gonna take full advantage of it, man. So Sims, I'm going with Sims. I'm gonna go with a either a majority decision or a split decision win for Sims. I think that pressure of Duarte is going to influence some of the judges. I'm not sure where the fight is at. I got to see where the fight is at, but it's going to influence either one of those judges for sure. Anyways, that's my time, and I'm out.